Hey y'all, welcome back to I Be Wiggin'. Today I'm going to be reviewing Blaze by Estetica in the shade Caramel Kiss RT4. Let's take a new look at my old flame. If Blaze is a wig that you'd like to purchase, you can find it at the Beauty Nook. All you have to do is download their app on any device, and you can shop their live wig sales every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can get those fantastic prices all weekend long until 12 a.m. Eastern Sunday night. And you can use my code IBWigginRev to save you 35% off of your first purchase. You can find the Beauty Nook on Facebook at the Beauty Nook Wig Support Group and on Instagram at the Beauty Nook Look. If you're looking for me, I'll put all the links in the description box below. And if you will, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. That way you never miss a wig review. And I love your comments because I love getting to know you guys and answering questions. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's talk about Blaze. Blaze was my first love, y'all. And I truly mean that. When I started wearing wigs, it's been about 4 to going on 5 years now. I had tried a few, and I talked a little bit about it in my introduction video that, the ones I had tried, I became discouraged with because I wasn't getting the right styles, the right look for me, and so I kind of gave up and just went back to wearing extensions. But I thought I'd give wearing wigs another shot, so then I found Blaze, and that's what did it for me. When I put this wig on my head, I fell in love. She was my absolute first love. And I was thinking, I have done some wig reviews recently of brand new styles, and we all love the new styles that are coming out. But, for new wig wearers, some of these older styles will be new to you. And I think we need to sometimes revisit those styles because they are great styles that a new wig wearer may really fall in love with, just like I did. So I wanted to show you Blaze because she is still one of my favorites. I still purchase her. I have been buying her since 2018, and you love a wig if you buy her over and over again. And she's definitely one that I've had. I can't even count how many times I've bought Blaze, and it's just because there's so many good things to say about her. So let's start talking about all those good things. Okay, so this is her shade. Now this is Caramel Kiss RT4. This is the rooted version of Caramel Kiss. Now, I've not had the rooted version before, and I just kind of ended up by an accident because when I went to order it, they were sold out of the Caramel Kiss, but they had RT4 left. I said, well, give me the RT4. And honestly, I've not noticed any difference at all. If there's a rooting, you can't see it. It's so blended. I'd almost say it's like a shadow root. You barely see it in this shade. So if Caramel Kiss is not available to you, then I would not hesitate to get the RT4 because there's not hardly any difference at all. So let's talk about the shade. This is a warm medium brown. It's not an ash brown. It's definitely a warm brown. You could almost call it like a chestnut brown. And it has this golden blonde highlight through it. And that is probably my favorite part of this shade, is because you do see this highlight, and it's chunky, but it's not like a raccoon stripe or a skunk stripe. I'm not a fan of that kind of highlight, but it's enough highlight in it that you see it, and I like to see the highlights in my wigs. That's just me, y'all. But I love this shade, and that's basically all there is to it. It's just it may have a little bit of an amber highlight in there mixed in, but mostly what you're going to see is this warm medium brown with that golden blonde highlight. So let's talk about the lace front. It's a good lace front. Estetica has nice lace fronts. I only wished that they would put those light highlights in the front. We know that Raquel Welch does that, and Beltress does that. I wish that Estetica would follow and do the same, because it would just make it absolutely top notch for me if they would put that blonde highlight right here in that lace front, because you do see the dark knots. And if I'm being truthful with y'all, I don't like seeing the dark knots in my wigs. I just don't. I'm not a fan of it, but there are ways that you can slightly alter that without it being as noticeable, because to others, somebody else may not notice that, but if you're like me, it's in the back of your head and you're thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to see those knots and they're going to know it's a wig. So the way that I fix it and take care of it is I'll just take my fingers, my pinky fingers, and just rough up that. There's no other way for me to kind of describe that to y'all. It's just to kind of rough it up a little bit with your fingers in that lace, to where it just doesn't look so perfect and you've got some of your baby hairs pulled out of the front, and then you don't see those knots as much. I mean, you can use concealer, but with me, I found that concealer sticks out more on that lace front than it does if you use it on the scalp, on the mono part. So I don't tend to use concealer on my lace front because I think it just is more noticeable. But you can do that. I'm sure there's lots of ladies that do that. And if you do that, please put in the comments below how you disguise your dark knots on your wigs. I'd love to know how you do it, how it works for you. But you can also, I've done this before, to take out some of those knots. You can take if you have a face razor, this is what you use on your face to get rid of those little peach fuzz on your face, and you can take some tape and wrap it around the bottom part of your razor, and then just expose the first couple of teeth, and then just lay it flat on, just not to where it's laying on top of the lace, because it will, possibly cut your lace, but to a little bit at an angle, and then just pick those knots out, and it'll pick them right off. And you can go, you don't want to do this while it's on your head, y'all. Put this on a mannequin stand and you can do it that way, but not while it's on your head. But then you can pick out some of those knots, and this will take it right out. You can tweeze as well, but I find that I like to use this instead. It just pulls them right out. But those are a couple things that you can do to disguise those dark knots if it's not something that you are particularly a fan of, like me. Okay, so let's talk about the style. I love this style, y'all. I love the texture, the layers in the wave. It's just a nice deconstructed wave. It has the layers to where you have the shorter layer. It says the layers are 13.25, but do you see with this layer how you can pull it up into a pretty updo and have these layers pull down in a pony? How pretty that is. And it's because of the style, the way the style is it makes a really, really pretty updo, and also pulled back. She is definitely a medium density to almost leaning towards to a heavy density. And I think that's why she feels a little bit warmer to me. I still wear her in the summertime, but if I do wear her, I pull her up a lot. If it's a really hot day, I pull her up off of my neck. But she's going to be a perfect style to transition into fall. But she has no permatease. I mean, if she has permatease, it's very little. There's no permatease up at the crown. There may be just a little bit of permatease around the sides and the back, but very, very little permatease. Because you don't really need a lot of permatease just because of the style. The style gives it the body and the volume, and I think that's why I love this style. It's because it has body, and with my natural hair I have no body, I have no volume, and that's why I'm drawn to the wigs with the body and the volume, because I can't get that with my own natural hair. But when you get her out of the box, she is a little bit on the shiny side, so you can use some dry shampoo and spray her down, and that'll take care of the shine. And then when you get her out, shake her really good, because you'll have to separate those waves. I'll get in there and just move my fingers through her to separate those fibers and just get that style to where it's just looking so pretty and full and voluminous. And that's just what I love about her, is the length, the style, just beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So let's look at her on all sides, and I'll also go outside, and you can see what she looks like in the sunlight, and I'll put the specs up of the length of the wig too. Hey y'all, I wanted to show you a cute little way that you can style Blaze. All you're going to need is your comb, some clear bands, and a spray bottle with some water. You're just going to want to spray it down just so you can smooth out those fibers. And I like to grab a chunk of hair right here in the middle to the side of your bang. Then get that clear band. This is the fun part, is getting hold of the band. And then make a ponytail with that band. And then once you do that, open up that ponytail, make that hole, and loop it, and pull your hair through it. Then take those part of that loop that you made and just spread it out and fan it like that. Okay, so that you're just going to repeat the process and go to underneath it to that side and grab a piece of hair, and on the other side of it grab a piece of hair and make another ponytail. That's the fun part, is getting a hold of those bands. Oh, shoo! And then make your ponytail. And repeat it by flipping it. Push it up a little and pull those hairs. And you're just going to keep repeating this process. Grab another piece of hair and then grab this piece here and put your pony band in. Loop it, and then you can go all the way down the length of the wig all the way to the bottom and just keep repeating that process. But it's a really cute way to style your wig, and to keep from tearing up the fibers or breaking the fibers when you take it out, just take a small scissors just with the real pointed end and just cut those bands out, and to get them out, because you don't want to pull them, it'll pull the the fibers out of your wig. But that's a cute way to style your blaze for this summer or for fall or any time. So thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this wig review of Blaze, my first love. If this is a wig that you'd like to purchase, you can find it at the Beauty Nook. Just head on over and download their app on your device, and make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss a wig review. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.